Have you ever wondered why you have to go to the bathroom? It's a question everyone has, and the answer is all about keeping your body clean and healthy, from the inside out. Your body is like a very busy city. It uses food for energy and to build things, just like a city uses construction, materials, and fuel. But all this activity creates waste products. If these waste materials were to build up, they would become toxic and make you very sick. So your body has a brilliant system to get rid of them. This system is called the urinary system, and the waste it gets rid of is a liquid you know very well, urine. Consider it. Urine is much more than just leftover water. It's a carefully crafted liquid solution that carries away all the stuff your body doesn't need. Think of it like this. When you eat food and drink water, your body takes all the good nutrients it needs to function, to run, to jump, and even to think. But what's left over? Things like urea, which comes from breaking down proteins, and other salts and minerals your body has in excess. These are the waste products. The process of making urine is your body's way of taking out the trash, ensuring that the internal environment of your cells stays perfectly balanced and clean, which is a state called homeostasis. The main job of your urinary system is to filter your blood. That's right, every drop of blood in your body passes through a sophisticated filtering system many times each day. This system is designed to pull out the waste products while keeping all the important things, like blood cells, proteins, and the right amount of water. It's an incredibly precise process. It's not just about removal, it's about regulation. Your body is constantly adjusting the amount of water and salts it keeps, and this is all managed by your amazing urinary system. It's a continuous cleaning cycle that happens without you even having to think about it. So making urine is one of the most essential things your body does. It's a fundamental process for survival. Without this constant filtration and waste removal, harmful substances would accumulate in your bloodstream, disrupting the delicate balance that keeps you alive and healthy. It's a perfect example of nature's incredible engineering. The journey of urine, from its creation deep inside your kidneys to its exit from your body, is a fascinating story of biology at its finest. It's a story about cleaning, balancing, and maintaining the wonderful machine that is the human body. Let's explore how it all works. The superstars of the urinary system are your two kidneys. These bean-shaped organs, each about the size of your fist, are located on either side of your spine, just below your rib cage. They are the primary filtration plants for your entire body. Think of them as incredibly advanced water purifiers. Blood constantly flows into your kidneys through large arteries. Inside each kidney, there are about 1 million tiny filtering units called nephrons. These nephrons are the real workhorses. They are where the magic of urine formation begins. The sheer number of them allows your kidneys to process a huge amount of blood, about 180 liters every single day. Inside each nephron, the filtration process starts in a small, tangled ball of tiny blood vessels called the glomerulus. The pressure here is just right to push water, salts, sugar, and waste products like urea out of the blood and into a surrounding cup-like structure called the Bowman's capsule. Larger particles, such as red blood cells and proteins, are too big to pass through the filter, so they stay in the blood. This first step is like using a sieve to separate the small stuff from the big stuff. The liquid that gets filtered out is called filtrate, and it's not quite urine yet. It contains a lot of things your body still needs. After the initial filtering in the glomerulus, the filtrate moves into a long, winding tube part of the nephron. This is where the second, more selective stage happens, reabsorption. As the filtrate travels along this tube, the walls of the tube work to take back or reabsorb the things your body wants to keep. Almost all of the water, sugar, and essential salts are pulled back into the bloodstream through a network of tiny capillaries that surround the tube. This is a very smart system. It makes sure that your body doesn't lose valuable resources while it's getting rid of the trash. It's a process of careful sorting and reclamation. Finally, the nephron has one more job: secretion. This is the opposite of reabsorption. While the good stuff is being pulled back into the blood, other waste products that might have been missed, or things the body has too much of, like potassium or hydrogen ions, are actively transported from the blood into the remaining fluid in the tube. This final step fine-tunes the composition of the liquid. What's left at the end of this long, winding journey through the nephron is now officially urine. It contains only water, salts, and waste products that the body needs to discard. From millions of nephrons, this urine collects and begins its journey out of the kidney. Once the millions of nephrons in each kidney have finished their incredible work of filtering and processing, the newly formed urine needs a way to get out. The urine from each nephron drains into collecting ducts, which are like small neighborhood streets all merging onto a bigger road. These ducts funnel the urine toward the center of the kidney, into an area called the renal pelvis. The renal pelvis acts as a large funnel, gathering all the urine produced by that kidney into one place. From here, the urine is ready to leave the kidney factory and travel to its next destination, which is a storage tank designed to hold it. Connecting each kidney to this storage tank are two long thin tubes called the ureters. There is one ureter for each kidney. These tubes are about 25 to 30 centimeters long and are made of smooth muscle. They act like a one-way plumbing pipe, carrying the urine from the renal pelvis down to the bladder. The ureters don't just rely on gravity to move the urine along. The muscular walls of the ureters continuously tighten and relax in a wave-like motion called peristalsis. This is the same kind of muscle action that pushes food through your digestive system. These waves ensure that urine flows steadily away from the kidneys and down into the bladder. The ureters enter the bladder at an angle, creating a sort of one-way valve. This clever design is very important. It prevents urine from flowing backward from the bladder up into the ureters and kidneys. A backflow of urine could cause serious problems, like spreading infections from the bladder up to the kidneys or causing pressure damage. So, these simple muscular tubes not only transport the urine but also play a crucial role in protecting the delicate kidneys from infection and harm. It's a simple but highly effective piece of biological engineering that keeps the whole system running smoothly and safely. The journey down the ureters is a continuous process. As the kidneys produce urine drop by drop, the ureters transport it drop by drop to the bladder. The bladder is a hollow muscular and stretchy organ located in your lower abdomen. It serves as the body's urine storage reservoir. When it's empty, the bladder is small and folded, but as it fills with urine from the ureters, its muscular walls stretch and expand, allowing it to hold a significant amount of liquid. This ability to expand means you don't have to constantly be urinating. The bladder patiently collects and stores the urine until it's a convenient time to release it. The final part of the urinary journey involves the bladder storing urine and then releasing it through a tube called the urethra. The bladder itself works the same way in both males and females. Its muscular wall, called the detrusor muscle, can stretch to hold anywhere from 400 to 600 milliliters of urine comfortably. As the bladder fills, special stretch receptors in its walls send signals to your brain. At first, these signals are gentle nudges, but as the bladder gets fuller, the signals become stronger and more urgent, creating the sensation that you need to urinate. This is your body's way of telling you it's time to find a bathroom. When you decide it's time to go, your brain sends signals back down to the bladder. Two circular muscles, called sphincters, control the exit from the bladder into the urethra. The internal sphincter opens automatically, but you have conscious control over the external sphincter. When you relax this external sphincter, the large detrusor muscle of the bladder wall contracts forcefully. This contraction squeezes the bladder, pushing the stored urine out into the urethra and out of your body. This coordination between muscle contraction and relaxation is what allows for controlled urination. Up to this point, the process is identical in males and females. The primary difference between the male and female urinary tracts lies in the urethra, the final tube that carries urine from the bladder out of the body. In females, the urethra is relatively short, typically about 4 centimeters long. Its opening is located just in front of the vagina. Because it's so short, it provides a quicker path for bacteria to travel from the outside into the bladder. This anatomical difference is the main reason why urinary tract infections, or UTIs, are much more common in females than in males. The short distance makes it easier for microbes to cause an infection. In males, the urethra is much longer, usually around 20 centimeters long. It has a dual purpose. It not only carries urine out of the body, but it also serves as the passageway for semen during reproduction. The male urethra passes through the prostate gland, which sits just below the bladder, and then continues through the length of the penis to the opening at its tip. This longer path makes it significantly more difficult for bacteria to travel all the way up to the bladder, making UTIs less frequent in males. So, while the function of making and storing urine is the same, this key difference in urethral length and anatomy is the most significant distinction between the two systems.